Lorraine Grace Bay.
40 names, read by those who lost loved ones aboard United Flight 93, each followed by the toll of bells. Each year on September 11th, hundreds of people gather at the Flight 93 Memorial in Shanksville to commemorate the events of that flight, which changed the course of history. Today marks 15 years since that fateful day when Flight 93 went down in this field behind me after the courageous actions of 40 passenger and crew aboard prevented the hijackers from reaching their intended target in Washington, D.C. This year's ceremony featured speeches by 3 Pennsylvania congressmen as well as the U.S. Secretary of the Interior, Sally Jewell. Also speaking was the president of the families of Flight 93, who spoke about the importance of keeping the memories of those lost alive.
Time will eventually erode all emotional connections to September 11th. And if there's nothing left to remember beyond emotion, there's nothing left to remember.
All of us as Americans, have the responsibility to keep the memory of not only 9/11 happened, but the passengers and crew of Flight 93.
People from all over the country were in attendance on Sunday for many different reasons. Some just want to pay their respects to the passengers and crew.
We all want to show support for the families of Flight 93, and we haven't missed a service yet, and we'll continue to go to the service.
Even some who didn't lose a loved one on Flight 93 have deep personal connections to the flight.
My son, Doug, was working in the Russet Senate building at the Capitol on 9/11. And then when we heard that this plane, Flight 93, was headed to the Capitol, I was just distraught because I knew my son worked there. And thanks to these people, these brave people, my son is still alive.
The ceremonies concluded with the annual laying of a wreath in front of the wall of names and opening of the gate that separates the exact spot where the plane crashed from the rest of the memorial. From Shanksville, I'm John McHugh for the Center County Report.